Hi, it's Sue. Welcome to my channel today. I have to apologise. I haven't been posting videos. To be honest with you, it's been really busy here. And although I've managed a little bit of crafting, I have fallen behind. I think the last one I posted was day 51. And day 51 was where I made several tags. This being one, a pocketed tag. Yeah, so that was 51. And then I got busy. Don't know, it just, there's work going on around the place and I have to go out and pick colours and things like that. Sort out garage drawers, you name it. There's been all sorts happening here. So I haven't had a lot of time in my craft room. I did, however, manage to pick up the extra shelves that had been on order for my craft room. So I now have all my shelves. I'm very thrilled about that. And of course, they had to be built, which was a job for the boss. But he works better when there's somebody with him. So, passing the screwdriver and shelving and different bits and bobs. So that took up a fair bit of time. However, it's all done now. All I've got to do is organise my shelves. I'll do a quick video of my craft space because I've moved things around again. So it's looking different again. I don't think I've ever done a craft tour. I'm not sure. I may have done a long time ago. Not that my craft room is anything special. It really isn't. It's a bit of a hodgepodge and, nothing matches particularly, but it's my space. It's my happy space. I like it. Okay, so enough gabbing. I'll show you what I have done. So this was the last day, and I think, my 100 days, I'm way behind. If that was 51, goodness knows what we're up to, about 58, I'd say. I reckon I'm about a week behind. So I made this pocket. I've been watching Kathy from Kathy's Garden, and she does some beautiful, quite simple pockets and flaps and things. And I took inspiration from her. I just wanted something simple to house a tag with some journaling space on the back. So this was the card I made here, and I've tried again with my gold flake to add some bits around this frame. And the idea was that it was to look like a frame that had seen better days, shall we say. And usually I use the rub-on paste, but this is using the gold flake, and yeah, I think I need a bit more practice. But anyway, that was that page, and I was, reasonably happy with that. I'm using up odd pieces of digital paper, so that worked. So then I moved on to this page, and in amongst my sorting out, I found these photos. They're photos of artwork, but look at that grumpy bird. He made me smile. I feel like him sometimes. And I thought, yes, I'm going to put that on this page. I thought it went quite well. And I've used a flip-up pocket for him. So there's journaling space there. And I had a little bit extra cards, so I popped that in as well. So that was that page. I am going to add a bit more decoration on here, I think. Just not sure what at the moment, but I'll go back to that. And then I did another Kathy style pocket. And this was like an envelope with some, with a closure. And I think my closures are a bit on the large side, so I need to find some smaller ones. I actually cut that one in half. Just a decorated envelope really, stitched around, added some numbers, a tag, a bit of muslin and some of my vintage book page. And inside I've added these 3 pieces that could either be used further on in the journal or as a, oh, that one can't be used as journaling paper. I might put some plain paper. That's from a book, so it's a book page. I'll cover the back of that one, but these others are plain. Shall I leave that one out? And I did some stenciling on the inside because this was just plain white card. I stenciled on the inside of that one. So that was that page. And then we moved to this one. And on this page, I've used a, what do you call these? These are little tag pockets. I actually cut mine on the Cameo and I've decorated the pocket and added some tiny pieces. They're all floral pieces actually. Digital. There we go. And I've used, this is craft that I've sponged with antique linen just to take that brownness off and add a bit of green. And I've stamped around this and added a couple of tags, labels. So that worked quite well. You can get a few bits in here. I haven't overcrowded it because I don't want this section of the book to be too big. I think I will just do enough to bind it properly and maybe take some, this is volume 2 of my everyday journal for the 100 days. So I will probably just do enough to take some pages from the original and add to this. And then I'll have 2 bound. And that's it. That's as far as I got there. Yeah, other than that, I've done a couple of more cards for the CWP challenge. And I'll just grab the prompts. Okay, would you like my hanky? Isn't that pretty? That's a pure silk embroidered hanky that I picked up in an antique shop a long time ago, but I came across it. It needs a good press. I came across it and thought that's the perfect thing for my videos. Okay, so CWP 15 was something with fins, got some fish, a person, and this is Claude Monet. A game piece, well, I've used the M from a Scrabble board. A date here. And the bonus was a contraption. Well, oh no, there's another piece, triangle, there we go. That was one of those stamp pieces, you know, the foam stamps that were made for Rachel's challenge. So I've added that to the page. There's also, you know, it's basically a collaged page using, this is from last year's calendar, which was a Monet calendar. And it had some of his paintings, and I've taken strips to add to the page. And I've done some stamping, obviously stitched all around. There's a paintbrush there, and this piece stamped over a stamp, and I'm looking at that, have no idea what that is, so I'm calling that my contraption. And just up there, you probably can't really see it, is the dictionary piece for contraption. So that was my card for prompt number 15, which I think was last week. So we just set that there. And then this week, number 16, this is my card. And I work on 4x6" cards. And I've collaged the back of this card with various pieces of book page to start with. And then it's got here something, the prompts, something with a spine. So I've got this little pile of books, and you can actually see the book spines. Made from wood or wood grain. Well, this piece here is wood grain. It's that, you know, book cover, sticky sided, plasticky coating. Actually, I think I put it on one of my boards as a photo background. So that's my wood grain. I didn't have an illustration. A bit of purple. Well, I've got a purple stamp and I've stamped some pieces in purple. A business card. This is my business card, the Sunset Gallery. That's a local gallery here. And the bonus, which I've used obviously in place of an illustration, was a portion of food or drink label. Well, that's the label off a jar of apricot jam. So that was that one. Again, stitched all round, plain on the back, bit of stamping. I've picked the orange and the touch of purple. So those were the two. So I'm just about up to date, I think, on those. And the other thing I've worked on is this little, it's another little coin envelope. If you remember, I did one for one of my books. Is it here? No, I've put it away. This is quite a bit smaller actually. And I've stamped it. It's covered in stamps. Decoupaged. This is tape, Hessian tape. This vintage photo and just a label. And then inside is this little card. And that features a picture. I've got all the, I'm embracing the cotton threads look. I've used a small slide, specimen slide, and added the photo. I stamped in red on a bit of fabric, added that with a black mini pin. It's a little label on there. Lots of bits of stamping, and as I say, thready. And that's just on a clear cream card that I've sponged. Okay, so that was that, and that's really ready. I quite like the idea of making my version of Margaret's from 7th Plaza. She's doing little journals, Gunter's journal, and oh gosh, I can't think of the girl's name, but it's another G. Gertrude or something like that. And she fortunately has some beautiful vintage papers, which I really don't have, but I want to see if I can make something similar using stamps and digitals. So this is really with that in mind. Okay, so that's me. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're enjoying spring, if spring is the season where you are. The weather here hasn't been too bad, so we can't complain. The nights are drawing in. It's starting to get dark earlier. But other than that, we're all good. Hope you are. And again, you know, I'm sorry, life just took over. And I think I may be doing this sort of video for a little while until things settle down. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Thank you for calling past. If you're new here, it's great to see you. Leave me a little message. I love to chat with the people who visit my site. and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much. Bye.